Hello. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to the Anusara yogis in China. This is for you. My name is Lisa Long, and I live in the United States, in the state of Florida, on the coast next to the ocean. Recently, my daughter and I took a road trip to the mountains. It was a long journey. We were in search of a waterfall. In my car, I have a very fancy navigation system, a fancy computer with a screen and a map. So into this computer system in my car, we typed in where we wanted to go. And the computer took us on a path. It took us on a journey. As we went up a mountain and off of paved road and onto dirt road with big boulders, lots of twists and turns and drop-offs, ledges, we looked at each other and realized this isn't the way. This isn't the way to the waterfall that's safe and easy. The computer system in my car had taken me on a logging road where they had used it many, many years ago to clear the forest of some big trees. We had to turn around, and it wasn't easy. I actually had to back up the mountain, going over boulders and rocks and curves, and my daughter was out of the car behind me, directing me. As we returned to more level ground, we saw a man who was fishing and asked him for clear directions that were clearly on paved roads to this waterfall. My daughter and I trusted our internal navigation system of recognizing something's not right here. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. And we backed our way out of it. Our yoga practice in Anusara Yoga helps us figure those kind of things out too. We tune up, we fine tune our internal navigation system. We learn to trust it so that we're not trusting, some computer to tell us where to go. We're trusting here in our own heart. And then we can freely explore the grandeur and beauty of life with enthusiasm. For today's practice, you'll need a yoga strap. So let's head over to our mats and practice together this idea of trust and enthusiasm. Have a seat on your mat. We'll bring ourselves together as a community, even though we may have a lot of space between us. The space may just be a computer screen. The space may be the distance of many miles of land or many nautical miles of ocean. But together we come to join our hearts as seekers. We'll chant the Anusara Invocation 3 times. We'll begin with Om and close with Om. Hands together at your heart, please. Om. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om. Allow the sound to just settle as it rains down like a waterfall around you. And now release your hands. If your eyes are closed, open them. If you're sitting on something, move it out of your way. Let's come onto our backs, and you'll need your yoga strap right away. So come onto your back. Bend your knees, place your feet flat on the floor. Take your yoga strap and let's put it around the bottom of our right foot. I am teaching right left. I am practicing right left. I may look opposite of you. Stay with the right left cues throughout the practice. As you step into your right foot, pushing into the ground, spread your toes. And right leg in the air. Left foot pressing into the ground. Work your hands up your strap till your right hand meets your right foot and breathe. You can soften your right knee a little bit and then extend by reaching into the strap while simultaneously your right hand gently draws back. Take a few more of these movements of a knee bend, leg extend as you bring the head of your right shin bone forward to bend your knee, as well as when you go to extend your knee, keep thinking of the top of the shin bone, the tibia beneath your knee, going forward as you press the top of your thigh bone near your pelvis back. A couple more movements. Sync the movement with your breath. Keeping your left foot rooted to the earth, open your right leg to the right. Use your right hand loosely holding the strap, so don't overgrip, and draw from the arch of your right foot into your pelvis. From your pelvis out through your right foot, extend back out. Press down into your left foot, and on an inhale, bring your right leg back to center. Bring your right leg across the midline just a little bit. Take your left knee across the midline, crisscrossing both legs. Breathe. Draw your right leg back to center, left leg back into alignment. Bend your right knee, step your right foot out of your strap. Set your right leg on the ground and then just extend it out long and extend your left leg out long. Bring your arms down by your side, turn your palms open. Feel the difference between your right leg and your left leg. You're beginning to tap into this internal guidance system when we sense and feel ourselves. So what does it feel like between the two legs? What's different? What's the quality of your right leg compared to your left? Bend your right knee, right foot on the ground. Bend your left knee, left foot on the ground. Keeping your right foot on the ground this time. Bring your left knee towards your chest. Yoga strap around your left foot. Lengthen your left leg towards the sky. One hand on each strap, gently holding the strap. Continue to breathe. Begin the small leg bend and extend movement. Yeah, just a little movement. As you bend your leg and your knee folds, the head of your left shin bone moves forward in space. Even as you go to extend your left leg, press the top of the left thigh bone back. Yeah, keep it going. The shorthand for this in our system of yoga, Anusara, we call this shins forward, thigh bones back. All right, keep the expression of length in your leg. Continue to draw using the straps from the arch of your foot through the bones of your left leg into your pelvis. Reach back out from your pelvis through the bones of your leg into the arch of your left foot. Take both straps into your left hand. You can take your right arm out to the side plane, right arm out, palm open, as you take your left leg to the left. Breathe. Stay with your breath, and on an exhale, draw your left leg back towards center, cross the midline, right knee crosses, left leg crosses. So both legs crisscrossing at the midline of you. Breathe. Continue to keep the strong drawing in from arch of your left foot through the bones of your left leg into your pelvis, so that both sides of your pelvis feel equally weighted. And extend back out strongly from your pelvis through the bones of your left leg into the arch of your foot. Use an in-breath, come back to center, bend your left knee, step out of the strap, both feet on the floor, and stretch both legs out long. Bring your arms down by your side. And once again, just feel. Feel your left leg, feel your right leg. What's the quality of your legs? How are they resting on the floor? Do you feel longer, more grounded, lighter? Any answer, any description you can give to your legs is correct, is right. Learning to trust what we feel in our internal navigation system. Bend both knees, pick a side to roll to. And if you've got extra layers on, now might be the time to take them off. Come into all fours position on your mat, please. And then work your hands, one handprint forward of all fours position, hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, so you're setting up for downward facing dog. Push with your hands, push with your feet. Before you even pick your knees up, start pushing. Breathe. And now push so much with your hands and feet equally that hovering your knees is pretty easy. Tip your sitting bones to the sky. And then keeping your shins moving forward at the top of the shin bone beneath your knees. And the thigh bones moving back way up near the top of the pelvis. Lift your sitting bones skyward and take your pelvis backwards and upwards to unfold into downward facing dog. Breathe. As you continue to root into the earth with each finger pad and each toe, extend from the bottom of your heart, through your rib cage, through your arms, into your hands. And now extend from the bottom of your heart where trust resides, and expand to your pelvis. Keeping this expansion from the bottom of your heart in both directions. Begin to work your shins forward, thigh bones back to lengthen your legs any amount. Breathe. Working from your ankle joint now, begin a little walking pattern. So it's a treading. We're starting our exploration, right? We're going in search of what it is we seek. And for me, it was a waterfall. Breathe. This journey we take through the body mind, we go as enthusiastic, joyful seekers. One more time, walking it out. And then lift both heels up, bend both knees. Walk your feet forward to a standing forward fold. Walk all the way up to the top of your mat. Use an exhale and fold into your legs. Keep spreading your toes, and from the arches of your feet up to your pelvis, draw up. From your pelvis down into your feet, reach into the earth with the four corners of your feet. Use an in-breath. Look up and get long. Take an exhale, fold in towards your legs. Repeat that 3 more times. Each time you look up, do it with a little bit more like curiosity, enthusiasm, a seeker, looking, searching. And then exhale when you fold, trusting this internal guidance system that you have to take you safely on your path. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your pelvis. Reach back through your tail and forward through your heart as you extend your elbows to the sky. Push down with both feet, in breath and rise tall. Exhale and release your arms down by your side. In breath, reach up. Exhale, chair pose, shins forward, thigh bones back. That's chair pose. Heart lifted with enthusiasm. You're a seeker looking out, looking along the path of your journey. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot back lunge. Breathe. Oftentimes when we're on the path, there'll be twists and turns, right? It can get pretty bumpy. It's not always straight. Place your right hand firm to the earth. Take your left hand, hook it into the left hip crease. Draw the left thigh bone back by using your left hand to root the left femur, right where it meets your pelvis. And as you push down with your right hand, spin your right ribs to the left. Left arm skyward. Breathe. Next, exhale, left hand down. Weight into the four corners of your left foot to swing your right foot forward. Standing on your right foot, left foot back lunge. Breathe. Keep drawing both feet towards one another. This is that ability to trust, to draw into our own internal knowledge. Place your left hand flat to the mat. Take your right hand, hook it into your right hip crease, and draw the right thigh bone down. So you use your hand to push down a little bit. Keep the back leg lifted and toned. Now push with your left hand to spin your left ribs more to the right. Breathe. Top arm skyward, right arm up. Next breath cycle, right hand down. Step heavy into the four corners of your right foot and swing your left foot forward. Bring your hands to your pelvis, knees soft, tail back, heart forward. Move from your hip joint, rise tall. Release your arms down by your side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Step back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, tip your sitting bones skyward. Push with your hands and feet. In breath, come forward to plank. Breathe here. Option is knees to the mat, lower to your belly. Legs strong to the earth, squeezing towards one another. Lift your shoulders to the height of your elbows. Inhale up, Bhujangasana. Continue to claw the mat with your hands. Isometrically draw your hands back towards your pelvis. And then allow your heart to enthusiastically move forward. It's the seeker. Use your next in-breath to ground and reach from pelvis to toes. And an exhale to return your belly and your face to the mat. Push up into all fours. In all fours, place your hands well. So pointer finger, thumb, outer width of shoulder. Breathe. Press down strongly with your left hand. Turn your left ribs to the right and let your right arm go towards the sky. Breathe. Next, exhale, right hand down. Press with your right hand. Turn your right ribs to the left. Keep strong reaching into the earth with the right hand as you extend your left arm skyward. Next, exhale, left arm down. Push with your left hand. In breath, right arm up. Left ribs lead this turn. So this turn is coming from the center of you in the rib cage area and expanding out through your right hand. On your next exhale, thread your right arm underneath you for thread the needle. Right arm underneath. Come down onto the right side of your forehead. Lift your left elbow up. Drawing the left side of your pelvis back, expand from your pelvis to your left armpit so that you have the room to turn your right ribs to the left. Push down with the tops of both feet in your left hand. Use an in-breath to untwist. Back to fours. Press down with your right hand. Turning your right ribs to the left. In-breath, raise your left arm up to the sky. On an exhale, from your rib cage, turn your ribs in the opposite direction. Left ribs turn right, left arm threads through. Thread the needle. Move to bridge tops on your right hand. Breathe. Draw the right side of your pelvis back so that it's even with the left side of your pelvis. And now from your pelvis on the right side, up to your right armpit, expand. The easiest way to do that is to breathe. Push down with your right hand on the tops of your feet. Use an inhale, untwist, come back to all fours. Work your hands a handprint forward. Tuck your toes, push with your hands and feet. Take your pelvis up and back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Shift your weight just a little bit more into your left foot. You can even move your left foot a little bit more towards the midline of you. Draw in from the arch of your right foot to your pelvis to raise your right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Continue to breathe as you keep both frontal hip bones facing towards the earth, so we're not turning the shape open. Next breath, right foot down. Stand on your right foot. Draw from the arch of your left foot to your pelvis to lift your left leg up. Yeah, so we boldly go someplace, right? Just lifting a leg. Take some trust and integration to go just the right amount so that we keep both sides of the pelvis level. Breathe. Now from your pelvis to your left foot, reach and return your left foot to the earth. Walk both feet forward to the top of your mat. Soften your knees. Fold. Use an in-breath. Look up, get long. Exhale, fold into your legs. 2 more times. Last one, in and out through the nose with your breath. Soften your knees, bring your hands to your pelvis, elbows to the sky. Continue to strongly reach back with your tail and forward through your heart and out through the top back of your head. Push down from your pelvis to your feet. In breath, stand up. Exhale, release your arms down. All right, come to the middle of your mat. And I'm just gonna give you a little demo. So this is our thigh bone. It's a right thigh bone. Again, I'm teaching right, left, practicing right, left. I may look opposite of you. This is my right leg. This is a right femur bone. This is the ball for the socket, right? So it meets the pelvis. This bone, I don't know if you can see it, but it's not round in any way. It's more triangular. It's got dimension. It's got curve and twists and turns. So we're looking at the body of the femur, right? It's got these twists and turns in it. Yeah, it's just not like a round blob. So we're going to play with this idea that there's these twists and turns, just like our journey of life, right? And our exploration. So back on your mat, bring your hands to your thighs. Let's take a couple knee bends, legs extend. When we bend our knees, the bone from our pelvis to our knees has a rotation that's happening. So when you bend your knees, do you feel this bone spiraling out or spiraling in? When you bend your knees, does the bone from your pelvis to your knee spiral out or spiral in? What's it feel like? You got to trust your own internal navigation system. What are you feeling? I'm going to give you the answer, but I want you to keep bending and extending. What do you feel? When we bend our legs, the femur bone, the bone from our pelvis to our knee, spirals out. It doesn't mean that the knee splays out. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a bone that just has this curvy action. So when you bend your leg, can you feel this spiral out? So femur spirals out when we bend it. That would mean then when we stand, what would the femur do? It would spiral in, right? So as we lengthen our leg, the bone spirals in. Can you feel that? It's not that our knees knock together, our knees stay tracking with the frontal hip bone. Our knees stay tracking with the center of our ankles. The center of our knees stays tracking with our second or third toe, maybe our fourth toe, depending on our foot, right? But the bone itself, the femur bone, has this spiraling action as we bend and extend. Can you feel that? Let's take a wide stance. Let's start to play with that in our poses. So this is an aspect of, the anatomy of inner and outer spiral in Anusara Yoga. Turn your right foot in, turn your left foot open. Bend your front knee. What happened to the front femur bone? It spiraled out. Reach your arms up to the sky as you pull your feet together. Open your arms out to a T. Turn your gaze, look over your left arm for warrior two. In the back leg, your back inner thigh is moving back and apart for inner spiral. The back leg is long. The femur is spiraling in. Left arm to left thigh bone. Reach to the sky. Use your left forearm and press down on your left thigh bone. And if you've landed in a spot that's near your knee, see if you can move your forearm up near your pelvis. It may not feel comfortable and you're welcome to be at mid-thigh, but maybe you could be a little bit higher to the top of the thigh. Yeah, so the top of the thigh bone on your left leg is moving back, top arm over your head. Keep this strong action of back inner thigh moving back and apart, broadening. Scoop your left buttock underneath you just a little bit more. That's going to help bring on that outward spiral of your front leg, your bent leg. Left hand option is to the ground. Breathe. Keep anchoring from your right pelvis to your right heel. Lengthen your front leg. Triangle pose. Move the top of the shin bone forward. The top of your thigh bone back to fully extend your left leg. So it's almost like the last 1% of the journey to the fullest expression of your front leg. Take your time. Enjoy, enthusiastically, what's it feel like? So bend your left knee again. Head of the left shin bone forward. That's your front leg. Top of the left thigh bone back. Keep it, and then root from pelvis on the left side to left heel as you reach out through your left forefoot and spread your toes. What's it feel like to take that journey to the fullest expression slow rather than quick? Top hand to pelvis. Bend your front knee again. Work your left hand off the diagonal of your left baby toe. Hop in your right foot. We're moving to Ardha Chandrasana. Now draw in strongly from the arch of your right foot to your pelvis to pick your right leg up. Breathe. Expand from your pelvis out through your heart and the top back of your head. Bend your left knee a little bit. That's your standing leg. Bend it. When you bent your left knee, what did the femur do? Did it spiral out or in? Yeah, remember it spirals out on a knee bend. Now as you go to lengthen your left leg, head of the left shin bone forward, top of the left thigh bone back, lengthen your left leg. Top arm, right arm to the sky. Breathe, open up. Enthusiastic opening in all directions, from pelvis through both legs, from pelvis through your torso to the crown of your head, from your heart out into your hands. Keep breathing. Right hand to pelvis. Bend your left knee. Reach back through your right foot, land in triangle pose. Don't rush to get there. Keep the head of the left shin bone moving forward. Top of the left thigh bone moving back to lengthen your left leg into its fullest expression. Spin your left ribs to the sky. Reveal your enthusiastic heart. And then in the ultimate seeking, reach your right hand up. Breathe. Bend your front knee. Push with both feet. In breath and come up. Exhale and release your arms. Turn your feet parallel. Then let's heel toe together. Just stand for a moment. Drop your arms down. Feel. What's it feel like? When we trust our internal navigation system and we really embrace our ability to find our path, then we can enjoy with enthusiasm all of life's twists and turns. All of the twists and turns in our body. Let's do the other side. Take a big wide stance. All right, left foot is the back foot now. And again, I look opposite of you most likely. So follow the right-left cues. Hopefully I stay clean on right-left. As teachers, we always goof up sometimes with our right-left cues. Turning your left foot in, that's your back foot. Turn your right foot open. Pull your feet towards one another. That's that hugging into trusting you. Reach your arms up big. Come into a knee bend on your front leg and open your arms out to a T. Let's lengthen the front leg and remember, as we go to bend the right knee, what is the right thigh bone? What is the right femur? The bone from knee to pelvis. What's it doing as we bend the right knee? Is it spiraling out or spiraling in? Yeah, it's naturally what it does innately is it has a slight outward rotation. All right, continue to pull up through the arch of the back foot to your pelvis and root down from the outer edge of your back leg pelvis to your outer heel. Bring your right arm to your right thigh. Top arm to the sky. Breathe. Keep spreading out your toes. And let's figure out like the right arm. Where did you put it? Where did you land? Explore moving up your thigh bone. Maybe you move closer towards your pelvis. Put a little weight down into your forearm to help move your right thigh bone back. Keep the lift of your back leg inner thigh by pulling up through the arch of the left foot to your pelvis and reaching down from your outer left hip to your outer left heel. Top arm over your head, full reach. Scoop your right buttock under you a little bit more. Yeah. That's outer spiral. Keep it going. And then check it out. Will your right hand go to the ground? Just reach for the earth. Whatever part of the ground you get is perfect. Breathe. Push with your back foot more. Begin to lengthen your front leg, moving towards Trikonasana, triangle pose. Take it slow, especially that last 1% of the fullest expression of your leg length, so that you're moving the top of the right shin bone forward, the top of the right thigh bone back to lengthen your leg. Breathe. Press from your pelvis down into both feet. Bring your top hand to your pelvis. Bend your front knee. Move your right hand off the diagonal of your right baby toe. You're going to hop your left foot in. Take a couple of hops to get there. Take your right hand about 1.5 feet. Get it out there. I don't know what that would be in centimeters. But how about the length of your forearm is the distance your right hand moves away from your baby toe. We'll use the anatomy of our body to have a universal descriptor of space that's not feet and inches or centimeters and millimeters. From the left foot, arch of the left foot, to your left pelvis, draw in strongly to lift your left leg up. You can keep your left hand at your pelvis or raise your left arm to the sky. Our play is really in the right leg. Our play is in the right leg, the standing leg. Bend your right knee a little bit. You already know what's coming, right? Head of the right shin bone forward. Top of the right thigh bone back to re-lengthen your leg. Come on, get the fullest expression. Try it again. Bend your right knee. Breathe. Head of the right shin bone forward, top of the right thigh bone back. And then reach from your right pelvis into your right heel to fully lengthen your right leg. Top hand back to your pelvis. Bend your right knee. As you go to bend your right knee, what's the right femur doing? Is it spiraling in or out? Say out. It's spiraling out, right? Reach out from your left pelvis to your left foot to land. You're landing in triangle pose, but don't snap your front knee. Go slow. Explore with a little bit of like curiosity as you move the head of your right shin bone forward, top of the right thigh bone back to fully express your right leg. Full length, left arm skyward. Breathe. Left hand to pelvis, bend your right knee, push with both feet. In breath, then come up. Turn your feet parallel. Heel toe, your feet together. Stand for a moment and feel you. Walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, big breath up. Exhale, chair pose, shins forward, thigh bones back. Femur spiraling out. Knees still tracking with center of the ankle. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Root into your hands and feet. Bottom of the heart to pelvis through your legs. Expand. Bottom of your heart through your torso up into your armpits. Expand. Breathe. To lengthen your legs, take your time. Just enthusiastically explore, super slow. Shins forward, thigh bones back to lengthen your legs. Breathe. Next exhale, knees to the mat. Have a seat. Swing your legs around front. So legs coming straight out from your pelvis. Take your right leg, cross it over your left, and hug your right knee into your chest. Use your left arm and draw in. As you press down through your left heel, draw from the arch of your left foot into your pelvis. And then continue to anchor the left leg down. So back of your left calf down, back of the left knee, back of the left thigh. Right foot push down, and also anchor your outer right hip. With a strong drawing in, use your arms to draw your left knee towards you. In breath, raise your right arm up. Continue to breathe. Thinking of all the twists and turns, the forwards and backs, the wrong ways we've gone in life. Knowing that we can always readjust our course and begin again. Make a backstroke with your top arm. Land it on the earth and then push the earth. Yeah, and you've got a lot of things that can push the earth right now, and including your right hand, your right foot, your right sitting bone, right side of the pelvis, right heel, right toes. Keeping your left leg pressing down, turn your left ribs to the right. Breathe. Look over your right shoulder. This is a good shape to practice, especially when you have to back a car up a mountain. You want to be able to look behind you. Use an in-breath, come back to center. Stretch your right leg out. Let's go to the second side. Right leg firm, rooted, lining up out of the pelvis. Bend your left leg. Stand on your left foot. With your left leg crossing over your right, use your right arm, hug your left leg in. Breathe. You're already in the twist, you know? You're already where you need to be. There's beauty right here, and rushing to the next place, we miss what's in this moment. So right here, ground into this experience by pressing down through your right heel, the back of your right calf, the back of your right thigh bone. Continue to ground in this moment, this experience where you can trust you're right here where you're supposed to be. Push your left foot down into the earth and anchor the left side of your pelvis down. As your right arm strongly draws your left knee to your chest, lift up through your heart with enthusiasm. Continue that enthusiasm that naturally arises from your heart to seek new places and raise your left arm up. Stay here and breathe. Left side of the pelvis rooted. From left pelvis to left armpit, expand. Easiest way to do that is to breathe. Breathe. And then sometimes the roads we're on in life require us to change direction, to back up a hill with a lot of obstacles. It's good for us to have the ability to see in all directions. So as your left arm makes a backstroke to land behind you on the ground. Take your gaze of your eyes and take in the field to the left of you. Turn your right ribs to the left. Breathe. You have lots of good things touching the ground right now. Left hand can push the earth away. Right leg can press down from heel all the way up the back line of your leg to your pelvis. Push down. Left foot, four corners of your left foot, push down. Left outer edge of your pelvis, anchor. Breathe. On an in-breath, return to center. Exhale your left arm down, uncross your left leg. Let's open both legs out wide. Land on both sitting bones. Bend both knees. What did the femur do? What did the bone from knee to pelvis do? Lengthen your legs again. Bend your knees. Keep your heels rooted, spread your toes, lengthen your legs. One more time, bend your knees. Lengthen your legs. In breath, both arms up. Keeping from back of the heels up to your pelvis, rooted. Spin your inner thighs just a little bit more to the mat. So the inner seam of the leg is reaching into the earth as if you're growing tree roots, holding you right on the edge of your experience. Tip to the right, right hand towards right foot. Breathe. Draw your right ribs forward, your left ribs back, so you turn your heart open. Press down with both heels, both sides of your pelvis, press down. In breath, come up. Exhale, release your arms. Both arms up on an inhale. Left hand towards left foot. If it doesn't reach it, you can hold the leg anywhere. Breathe. Lateral bend. Let the right side of your ribs open. Keep drawing from the arches of your feet into your pelvis. Continue to reach out from pelvis to feet. In breath, rise tall. Exhale, release your arms. You can jiggle your legs, bend and extend, bend and extend. Work your legs together. Come to the center of your mat. Hold on to your hamstrings. Recline. Single knee to chest. Right knee draws in. Left leg extends. Right foot to the ground, switching sides. Left knee draws in. Right leg extends. Breathe. Both knees to chest. Sweet hug. Pick a side to roll to and come up to seated. Now, if you need something to sit on, we're going to sit for just a few moments of meditation. Then we'll go into Shavasana. If you need something to sit on, grab a blanket, a bolster, so that your pelvis, when you sit, is higher than your knees. So here I am sitting with my pelvis on the ground. You can see that my knees right now are higher than my pelvis. Can you see that? Yeah, my knees are higher than my pelvis. So I'm going to get on an object. I've got a cushion. You could use yoga blocks to raise your pelvis up so that now your pelvis is higher than your knees. Since we'll be sitting for a few moments and then reclining for Shavasana, if you'd like to layer back up to stay warm, feel welcome. If sitting on the floor cross-legged is not comfortable for you, if it causes any discomfort, hop onto a chair, sit in a chair. You're also welcome to completely recline if that's the best position for you. So seated meditation, cross-legged on the floor, is not for everybody. You have permission to trust your internal guidance system about what's the best way for you to sit for the next few minutes. Choose how you want to be, seated, reclining. Breathe. At first, please keep your eyes open. So if you've already closed your eyes, open them back up. Take in the wider field. So let's look like above us without moving your head. Just move your eyes, or even practice keeping your eyes still. Maybe your eyes don't actually look up, but you can see what's above you. Breathe. Take in the field to the right of you. Try not to turn your head to see what's on the right side of you. Keep your head still. If you need to move something, move your eyes. And now try seeing what's to the right of you without moving your eyes. Just soft gaze, eyes centered. Breathe. Same practice now to the left side of you. Take in the field to the left side of you. The field of your vision. Breathe. Try to keep your gaze soft and allow the images to come to you. Even with a hint of enthusiasm, receive what is coming to you. And now, again, without moving your head, take in the field beneath you, below you. Breathe. Welcome what you see with heartfelt enthusiasm. welcome what you see coming at you from all directions. Above you, beside you, below you. Sense now what is behind you. I know we don't have eyes in the back of our heads. Sense the space behind you. Breathe. As you sense the field all around you, trust that you're safe in your own heart, in your heartfelt wisdom. If you'd like to remain seated in meditation, feel welcome to close your eyes. If you would prefer to recline, to close your eyes, feel welcome. You can lay down on your back and rest. Stay quiet as you make these transitions. Remain inward in your experience, tuned to your internal navigation system. Notice your breath. Keeping your eyes closed, take in the space around you. What's beneath you? The space to the right of you. The space to the left of you. The space above you. When you feel ready, open your eyes and receive the images as they come to you from all directions. Keep your gaze soft. Remain aware of the inflow and outflow of your breath. Move as you feel ready in any direction. Trust your internal navigation system to do what feels right. Draw your knees towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. A little bit of an enthusiastic hug, a welcoming hug, a welcoming of you. Pick a side, roll to it. Legs heavy, heart light. Press yourself up to seated. And again, if you're like me, you may need something to sit on so that your pelvis is higher than your knees and seated. With your sitting bones rooted, your spine rising, balance your head on top of your heart. Balance your heart on top of your pelvis. Bring your hands together now at your heart in Anjali Mudra. When we trust our internal navigation system, then we can embrace with heartfelt enthusiasm all of life's twists and turns. To seal our practice across time, across space, across kilometers. Take a nice breath in. We'll seal it with an Om. Inhale. Namaste. All right, friends I know and friends I don't know across the ocean. It was good to practice with you. I'll wait for that focus to come back in. It was good to practice with you. Enjoy your day.